Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is Mini Garage. Today we're going to hopefully finish the front end of the Mazda. I got this shock mount bracket kit from Fantini Fab. I got some shocks to put in, and we'll get those in, get this down on the ground, maybe buzz it up and down the street a couple times. But before we start that, I want to give a quick shout out. Again, OLP, Our Lifestyle Podcast, Mike the Mayor, and ODB, keep pumping us up. I appreciate it. We love the love. And another podcast has brought us up a couple times, Jamie Swift and the Mini Trucker Cult podcast. Great Northwest friends, and we'll support them too. Let's get this stuff bent up and get it in the truck. I got this one bent up for the right side already. I just gotta figure out and say, we're gonna go this one flipped over and bend the other way for the left side. So we got this in the vise. We'll give it just a little persuasion. And the way Tony fabs these up, he makes them so that it's all, he ships them flat so it's cheaper to ship, and we can bend them at a 90 degree and weld them up. So that's that part of it. Then we'll get this part in here, so I'll give it a little help. And I didn't quite get, or I went too far with the other, so that's not how I want it. So I'm gonna give this a little help back up, and it's kind of forgiving, so we'll get that there. Then we'll give this a little cappy right there. So another piece that came with this kit is the lower mount point, and we'll bend this up and weld it to the control arm. Right in there, go a little over, it should come out square. So now the next point is to tack the nut in the back side of this so it gives us something to bolt to. This is the shaft that this shock will sit on. We'll thread that in there good, and let Pat tack it up. We'll raise everything up with the tire off so we know where we're going to clear or not. So what we've just done is clean up the frame. There's some undercoating up next to that so we can get this other bracket in here and see where it's going to fit. So I've got these Ride-Tech shocks that I had for another project. They're for an S10, but it just so happens they'll fit in this. So I'm going to use them. Make sure that's tight, and that is. Stuff through there. So basically, that's how it's going to sit in the truck. I'm going to get a couple of zip ties and collapse this so that we have it at a collapse length when we tack it in. Hook it around there. Bring this up in here. Pull that together.
Yeah. Why does that hang below the frame?
Should be in there where we can tack it in. It's wherever it fits the best.
Huh.
Right?
So if we weld it down too far, we have this max collapse, which we don't necessarily need,
Right.
We might be limiting lift.
Okay,
Like
so
that might not be the exact right
Well,
shock for the
then-
job.
clamp it where we think it's going to be collapsed. Put one tack on it, and then open it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you push that up against the control arm, it kind of dictates where that goes.
Right.
I think a couple good tacks, and we cut the zip tie and
All right. And then lower
relieve
it
the
down.
suspension, put a tire on it, and then go lock to lock. It's like this lower bracket doesn't really line up right either. I would think it shouldn't hang over the top of the control arm, and it does, which makes me think we're not putting it in the right spot.
That'd be about right there. But it's not touching. Oh, that one's not.
I think the shocks are too short.
Aren't those the standard Veltex you get on the S10 kits?
Yeah. That's made for Ride Tech kit
Right.
that was in the S10.
So a stock S10 shock is 10-inch compressed and 16 3/4 extended. So what's your shock? So collapsed. Oh, this one's 3 3/4 shorter.
All right, so what we come up with is the shocks I have aren't going to work. I need to go buy some. Probably going to be after payday. We are going to put shocks in the front of the truck. We're going to finish bolting everything together right now and rip it up and down the street a couple times just to make sure that it goes up and down and it works, and we know it works. We will come back to the shock install at some point. It's just not going to happen today. I'm going to get a hold of Tony Deuce at Fantini Fab and see exactly what shock he was using. We said it originally was a 2100 series Beltec, which I figured to be a lowered shock. My Ride Tech shocks are super short. They're 3 1/4 inches shorter than what we need, and so I think we're going to get just a stock S10 shock. In my box of fittings, I've got a couple with some ferrules. I prefer to use a push to lock fitting, but for right now, since this is what I have here, this is what we'll put in. Air connected. We didn't tighten the lug nuts after we got it back on the ground. I was like, what's that clicking? This wraps it up for this episode of Mini Garage. We got the truck out, we got it down on the ground, we got it rolling down the street. We will in the future get the shocks on the front, and then we'll start addressing the stuff on the back. Oh, by the way, before this episode, the last one, we hit our 1,000 subscriber mark. Thanks so much for all your support.
Hey, I'm Ron, and that was Mini Garage. Before you take off, don't forget to hit up the website, hammeredweekendwear.com, where we have hats like these, banners like those, stickers, and all the swag you need to support our show. Thanks for tuning in.